What's up, YouTube? Today's video is all going to be about the thing that everyone has been waiting for, which is when is the league releasing and what is the name of the league. Now that we've got out of the issue, one of the biggest questions of all time, will Arch Nemesis get removed? We have moved on to greener pastures where everyone is looking forward to 3.20. No one is more excited than me personally for 3.20, as 3.19 was probably one of the lowest points of PoE's history, with all of the constant vitriolic posts on Reddit, all of the name calling, and just so much negativity. From now on, it's only going to be positivity as PoE goes into its golden era before Diablo 4 releases and into the most popular game of all time. So without further delay, let's go straight into this video. And right away, they always put out these videos at the beginning. They release the name of the league. They also tell us when it's coming out and when the expansion live stream is. And that's when we'll find out all of the info. Now, name is everything, right? If you've ever watched the movie Gladiator, the guy literally says his full name, like Maximus or whatever, Aurelius. So as we all know, name can tell us so much. It tells us where we're from. It tells us what our heritage is, and it's literally everything. We can get pretty much know exactly what the league is all about. But this is kind of the equivalent of looking at the cover of a book and being like, wow, this league is really good. And maybe sometimes that's not very good, especially when there was a league like Lake of Kalandra, which leveraged one of the most popular monsters of all time. But basically, the expansion live stream will be on December 1st. So I'm not really sure what date that is. December 1st is it? Let me look at my calendar real fast. December 1st is on a Thursday. That's kind of interesting. So Thursday at 11 a.m., they'll tell us everything about the league and probably some gameplay updates. And it also features the world famous interview with Ziggy D and Chris Wilson, where we ask him all the burning questions about the game. And that's when we'll get all of the juice regarding some of the information that we might be wanting to be answered. Now, Twitch drops will be enabled for the live stream. We'll get our share of free MTX. They will announce it in a few days. So right now, we're not really sure what we'll be getting. It might be a pair of wings. It might be a stash MTX. Who knows? And the most important news of all, the league is releasing on December 9th on PC and December 14th on console. So it's kind of funny. I was actually able to get the date right all that long time ago, pretty much just from some clever guessing. But this gives them roughly 2 weeks before they peace out for winter break or Christmas holidays or whatever. So they are going to be able to make some adjustments, but it's probably not going to be an insane amount. So let's hope the league is good from the very start. But without further ado, let's watch the trailer. And this is pretty much what everyone's waiting for, right? Right away, epic music. And look at this. What is this monster? This is an epic looking monster. It has a bunch of like pods on top of its head. And whoa, right? That's a very good looking monster. This is like a 10 out of 10 on looks for the monster. Look at his stance. So you can tell this guy has a lot of moves. He has some scales on his arms. He's just jacked. That's going to be us right here. Oh, whoa, and look, he has some fire themes there. And whoa, that's actually an ability, right? And you have to dodge. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Did you see what I just saw? The guy is using Lightning Strike. Oh, my goodness. The Forbidden Sanctum. Music is absolutely epic, though. So December 1st and December 9th, very high quality text. But look at this. This is not what you want to see right here. This has me so worried. Why is the guy using Lightning Strike? We all know what happens. Never. It's going to get nerfed. Okay, so that is goodbye Nightblade and goodbye Elusive, right? So let's go take a look at what Reddit has to say. The creature design is actually pretty cool, right? You notate Candle. Happy there's a boss. So yeah, that's pretty good. Rather than throw a bunch of monsters at you, the main enemy will reskin mini bosses. So what do I actually think about it? So the name of the expansion, as you haven't figured out by now, is called the Forbidden Sanctum. And what does a sanctum actually mean? So a sanctum is a sacred or holy place. So you can kind of think of it like maybe a church or a private place or retreat. So my prediction is we're going to invade, hopefully, an in-map area, a sanctum, and fight monsters that have taken over to corrupt the sanctum. Now, the trailer does only show one powerful monster. So maybe the sanctum is like a super boss of sorts that you can kind of influence with something you do in the map. So you can kind of think of this maybe as like a super metamorph. And I'm hoping that the sanctum has more monsters instead of just one super boss at the end. And I really implore GGG, please make this an in-map league mechanic. I am absolutely sick of having the Lake of Calandra and just going out of the map. But overall, the expansion looks pretty good. Like, there's not really much we can tell from it. It's a kind of a big area, as you can see from this. But you enter through here, and it seems like you would just be facing one boss. So it's hard to say if there's anything that you have to go through before you reach the sanctum. But the monster does look very cool. Very cool ability that goes in the circle. And I really like the thematic thing of this, right? So it does look like, from on the surface level, a good expansion. Now, the music, as I said, is on point. And the biggest problem is, I did mention Lake of Calandra. You can't really get too excited about the name. And I do know, even after the Arch Nemesis video, there are a lot of Doomers still around. And they do say that they can't really know if the game is worth playing until they actually get to play and try it out. And they do implore us to wait until we play the game before we buy the supporter packs. But as we all know, the hype machine is really strong. A lot of times people just can't wait. They just look at the trailer and, man, even me, right? I look at the trailer. I'm about to hop on to my bank account and probably buy a $100 supporter pack. Not really, but you get the drift. And that the hype machine is strong. And that's why I think that regardless of how bad PoE really messes up at times, as long as the developer is willing to compromise, to kind of change and have a very good promotion, product at hand, then we as the consumers will always get bamboozled to some degree and always fall prey to this hype machine and just be like, wow, I forgot about everything in the past. I'm just going to buy the supporter packs. So that's why all of this stuff looks so good. It's designed to look this good to entice us to be hyped for the league. Now, as I said before, the date is very worrying because it does line up perfectly with the release of Dragonflight M Plus and Raids. As you can see here, the Mythic Plus PvP season and Raids starts on December 12th, and I will probably be playing Dragonflight. Now, I will be playing both games, but that pretty much gives me, on the 9th it releases, so that's on a Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So like pretty much like 4 days of playing PoE before I have to play M Plus with my friends. And I do think that if you're a hardcore player and that you play a lot, 3 to 4 days, you'll probably be able to get pretty decent in, maybe a Mage Blood or 2, or maybe even a Headhunter. So I do think a lot of people might quit the league early, unless the league is amazing. If the league is amazing, I might even find myself having a lot of trouble quitting the league to go play Dragonflight, but I don't think I'll quit the league fully. I will still be playing. But as I said before, very worrying that they put in Lightning Strike. Of all the skills they could have chosen, I think at this point, Lightning Strike is probably going to get nerfed to some degree, whether it be Nightblade or the Lightning Strike gem itself. I do hope that they probably rework Lightning Strike in terms of nerfing it, being able to either double hit or making the damage effectiveness kind of lower. But let me know down in the comments below what you actually think about this whole trailer, if you're hyped for the new league, and if you actually like the name. I actually think the name looks kind of cool. At this point, it seems like GGG has gone away from one-letter names and are going with multiple, or not one-letter, one-word names, and are going to multiple words. So this is Forbidden Sanctum. Last time we had Lake of Calandra. So maybe this is the start of a new era, the start of the golden era of PoE, where we will be playing the best version of the game that has ever existed. But before that, they still have to address crafting and loot, and I will be making a video about that, because I do think that those are the two most important problems in PoE after Arch Nemesis got effectively removed. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you find more mirrors, exalted orbs, divines than me, and see you next time. Bye!